What is going on, my bomb squad? This is your boy, Don the Bomb, is back with another epic, groundbreaking, earth-shattering, life-changing action figure review. And today, from AEW Jazwares Unrivaled Collection Series 14, I have Swerve Strickland and I have Toni Storm. Man, playing all the hits today. So, as far as Unrivaled Series 14 goes, on the back of the box here it shows the other figures in this series. I already have the acclaimed 3-pack that was available on Ringside Collectibles, so I do not need these three right here. I already have a previous release of Ricky Starks, so I didn't need that one. There is a Keith Lee that I already have WWE Mattel Elite Keith Lee, which looks very similar to this version here. I do admit that this looks very good though, so I think I'm going to play the long game on that. So I'm going to wait till the price drops down, maybe when it gets to around maybe 12, 10, whatever dollars, if it's still available somewhere, I will pick Keith Lee up as well. But the 2 stars to me in this series are the newly crowned AEW Heavyweight Champion, Swerve Strickland, who has been as popular as anybody could be right now. Just beat Keith Lee over the weekend for that championship. And then Toni Storm, who for the last few months is the whole women's division's probably been running around her. She's been, with her timeless Toni Storm gimmick, she's just been awesome. You know, some people might be getting tired of her or whatever, but as long as it puts her on TV and she's still the women's champion, she just successfully defended it at Dynasty over the weekend against Thunder Rosa. So these two are about as hot a axe as you can get in AEW currently right now. I would have to throw Christian Cage on there too. I'm just a big fan of his heel turtleneck daddy gimmick that he's been going on the last few months. So hopefully Jazwares makes a heel promo Christian with the turtleneck, or the black turtleneck, the tight skinny black pants, and the tan coat. We will be off to the races with that. But right now we have Swerve Strickland, Toni Storm. Hopefully sometime this year they'll give us a timeless Toni Storm version. I wouldn't be opposed to them making a rare chase of her in all black and white. And that's checking the boxes right there. So without any further ado, let's see what the fuss is all about. And as they say, ladies first. So Toni Storm in her debut attire, where she, I believe, won the interim AEW Women's Championship. This, I believe, is the attire. It says on the back it was worn in All Out 9/4/2022 Chicago, Illinois, if you see on the back there. So as the packaging is always the same with these, which I like, it's all uniformed. I'm not one where you have to change the packaging every 6 months. Matter of fact, 99% of my figures are loose, so once I take her out of the package, it's going in the garbage anyway. So let's get in here and see what our girl, Toni Storm, is all about. Let's get right into it. We'll get this out of the way. There she is in her quote-unquote plastic prison, as one might say. So there she is. Let's take her out. Of course, you know, it's never easy. Here's her sunglasses accessory. Oh my goodness, look how gigantic my hands look. Look like Bigfoot, but once again, her token sunglasses for Toni Storm. Now, as far as Toni herself, let's get out of here, girl. Don't be playing games with me. All right, there she is. Yeah, looking pretty good, as Toni Storm does. Let's get rid of that on the ground there. Here is what I would believe to be the AEW Women's Championship. Not sure if that's a current version of it. I really can't read what the print says without my glasses. These sunglasses just don't work. But you know what they say, The future's so bright, you gotta wear shades, and that is what is going on with me. That is going on with my girl Toni Storm. There she is with the shades. Look at that. Looking only like the wonderful Toni Storm could possibly look. So, she's got this plastic rubber jacket, which I might not try to take off. And you know what? I might have to wait on that one. I'll leave the jacket on. You guys will get the idea. Now, she does have the plastic around the arms, which tries to prevent the staining that Jazwares puts on there, which is very appreciated. You just have to kind of take it off. Now, I have noticed that, you know, I always prefer the cloth soft goods outfits more than the rubber. Sometimes you need the rubber, though, to get the intricacies of the attire, you know, buttons and stuff like that. This could have, I wonder if they could have gotten away with the soft goods, but, you know, it's cool for what it is. It's flexible. She has her choker chain, as you could probably see. She has her line underneath her eyes that she had for so many years. And as Jazwares actually does a very good job of, they always seem to almost individually make the molds for each individual person instead of reusing them for other figures. So Toni, you know, she is shaped a certain way, and it looks like Jazwares has, you know, taken care of all her curves in the right places. So there you go right there. Maybe I should take the jacket off. Get a look of the, you know how it goes. Did I have extra? Looks like she doesn't come with extra hands. Well, come on, Toni Storm. Get this jacket off of here. Come on, Toni. Take it off. Take it off. Oh, hell. Hell in a handbasket, as they say. The struggle is real with this jacket. Ugh. And there the jacket is in all of its splendor. Right there, looking good. Has her token lightning bolts, has the studs. I'm liking it. And then Toni has the plastic, like I said, on her arms. You can just, most of the time, easily remove them. And then put her hands back on. The hands and the heads are easily removable. One thing I appreciate about Jazwares is the fact they make it easy for customizers who want to do some swapping. You can easily take off the hands, the heads, the torso. So there she is. You know, I'd say that her figure is actually pretty well depicted in this figure. The face scan, once you have it in hand, is better than when it looks like in the little proto pics. I don't know if you can see right there, Toni. But it looks better in hand than it did in the pictures of it, you know, the proto pics and the artwork and everything like that. So I'm happy with it. I do like her better when she had the longer hair, but, you know, they have the little black in there. That's pretty cool. So articulation, you have the arms out. The single jointed elbows with pins. They still don't have the pinless joints for their basic lines, but that's all right. The good thing, the elbows aren't really rickety like some of the past releases are, where it seems like sometimes if a kid were playing with these and would mess around with these elbows here, they were so flimsy that I feel they would break right off. I mean, there's quite a lot of figures I have in my collection that the elbows are just really bad, and I don't think it's, you know, just mine individual one. I think that's the way they came in. So there's our girl, Timeless Toni Storm. She's got the kind of the hula hoop ab crunch. Head goes down a little bit, up a little bit. You know, your token, her elbows can bend like this. She has the thigh cut on each thigh. The double jointed, pinned Actually, these are not single jointed. These are double jointed. My bad. The arms are double jointed. Legs are double jointed. Now with the boot there, you really can't get much of a bend, but it is there. And Toni Storm doing Toni Storm splits. There you go. You know, and she has the studs, the lightning bolts on her attire, on the black and red attire, which her crony Mariah May has been wearing for the last couple months for whatever reason. But Mariah May knocks that outfit out of the park too. So I'm not against her dressing up like Toni Storm. Don't know where they're going to go with that. Eventually, one might turn on the other, as they usually do. So there's Timeless Toni Storm in all of her splendor. Let's move on to the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Swerve Strickland. Let's get him out of his plastic prison. So one thing about the Swerve and Toni Storm, they don't have extra heads with them. I always appreciate the extra head, but since these two are first time in line releases and probably won't have any problem selling, you know, I can understand where maybe they don't include as many accessories. Swerve has his sunglasses right here, which are, it's hard to tell, but actually different than the Toni Storm glasses. Toni has more of a circle effect. So they don't have reuse of the same glasses for each person. Now, Swerve does come with two alternate hands. He has the fist, if he's ready to throw down with somebody. He has the gripping hand, which is, you know, when he wants to talk and do a promo, he has that. Now it's time for the star. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. That's what they say, them kids these days. I don't know how long his title reign's going to be, but his popularity's definitely skyrocketed the last few months. It makes you wonder why he's still in that group that has Prince Nana and Brian Cage and Gates of Agony. I actually wish they would push those guys because I think that would be a hell of a group. But you have Swerve, who's the baby face, and then you have the other guys that are still heels, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. So throw this down here. Here is Swerve. His legs feel a little loose, but that's not uncommon with Jazwares. So he has also the rubber plastic coat on, which is cool. But like I said, I prefer soft goods, but a lot of these intricacies of the attire you wouldn't really be able to you know, to look very good in, I guess you could say, cloth form. You might not be able to pull it off. So here he is with the cool little designs on his jacket. And then the back. That's pretty cool. Oh, you know what? I forgot to... This attire from Swerve Strickland. Oh my gosh, I ripped it all off. It's from Rampage 3/11/2022 from Estero, Florida. I ripped his head off, unfortunately, but that's the attire. That's at least what date they say the attire was worn. So, all right. So let me try to take off, well, you know what, hands first. Let me take off the hands. It's so much easier to take off the hands and then take the jacket off. One thing that I notice about this figure, I don't know if everybody's going to agree with me, you know, the 20 people that are probably going to end up watching this besides me. So here's a closer look at the jacket. Front and back. It's cool. I definitely like it. I do like cloth better, but I understand. Now, is it me or does he have a little bit of the draft neck going on where, you know, it seems like AEW, Mattel, whatever, whenever someone has a jacket on or a coat or a vest and it's the plastic variety, the rubber, it just seems they have to extend the neck up a little bit to get the jacket to fit properly. You know, I don't know if I like that. I just don't like the... It looks... I guess it's not egregious. It's not too bad. But it gives a little bit of a draft neck thing going. I know Eddie Kingston, to me, his figure has that big time. And his... You know, he doesn't really have in his regular release, I think, a jacket on. It's just... He has a long neck. It's really weird. You know, I'm going to try to add a little light here as I... if you want to enjoy looking at Swerve... if he wants to stand for me. And he will. I'm going to add some light, some natural light here, so I can... It's just I closed the drapes because there was reflection off the packaging. Of course, I am wearing sunglasses, so that doesn't help getting the light either. So here he is. Has all the nice tattoo work. This attire is pretty sweet. You have kind of like the dripping with the purple and the orangish color. You have this face on the side, some gold. Oh my gosh, that's not gold, that's silver. Silver. What are we doing? Stupid, stupid, stupid. It's silver. Pretty cool. Yeah, the tattoo work is pretty awesome if you want to look at all that. These are definitely two that should be added to the collection, I'd have to say. Let's see, what do I want to give him? I want to give him the Fist of Fury. Yeah, why not? I'll give him a gripping hand over here. See, there he is. You know, he has pretty much the same articulation, the double jointed arms, the elbows, I should say. Bicep cut. Head can go down there, go up a little bit, goes all the way around, like in some of those horror movies where they just are possessed and go all the way around. It's got the dreads with the nice little color change right there. He has the ab crunch. Very nice. The waist is actually, the waist is a little stiff. I don't want to break that. I might have to heat the waist up so the waist turns, but you have thigh cut, double jointed pinned knees behind the rubber plastic knee pads, which Toni Storm also has. The boot cut is right on the boot, the top of the boot. So you have that. You have the feet pivoting. I think I forgot to do that with Toni, but his double jointed knees bend like that. And then some swerve splits if he wants to do a sweet chin music. So there we go. I'm very happy with both of these releases. And like I said, you know, these are two of the hottest things going on in AEW right now, which, you know, to me is the last couple of years has slowly taken a decline. It's just, I think Tony Khan just, there's always a match where there's high spots in there that look like they can kill a person, like every show, and they keep raising the stakes, they keep having blood on every show. Things like that are supposed to be special, you know, and now the crowd's expected in every single match, and that takes away from it being so special, and then eventually they're going to have to try to outdo themselves, and I'm afraid someone can get hurt or seriously injured or worse, so I don't know, but I still watch, so, but it's just not, to me, it's just losing a little bit of its luster. But I'm still going to buy the figures, too, and collect them like I always do since I was a little kid. So, I guess if I had to rate the figures, I would give Swerve Strickland, I would give him an 8. You know what, I'd give Toni Storm a 7. They're both awesome. And then to bring some comparisons, which I almost forgot, I have them right here. Here is the WWE Mattel basic version of him when he was Swerve Scott. You can see Jazwares scales a little higher, which is kind of common with the figures if you compare them. But articulation all day long in this one. Now, face scans, it's hard to tell. This, you know, Mattel has like the face mapping, which sets them apart from a little bit from the Jazwares, but you can't go wrong with that. I like them both, but the articulation is right here. The attire is here, you know, but I'm happy to have them both. And then Toni, here she is. What the heck is this on her foot? What the heck? Where did this come from? And there's some other... What the heck is this? I'll have to find out where this goes. I have no idea. This just fell off her leg. I'll find it. Here is her Mattel basic. She had two versions of the same basic. One was in all red and one was this one. I like Toni with her long hair here, but this depicts her time in AEW. So once again, you want to say the proportions are... Well, you know what? Mattel actually has the proportions good here too, so I think they're both good with proportions. The Jazwares might be a little better with the articulation. Now the face scan, as the face scan goes... I think this does look more like Toni. I like the longer hair here, but I like them both as well. I plan on keeping them both. Now, as a special bonus for this already 20-minute long video, I forgot to do a review on this guy, but on the Jazwares Vault a week or so ago, I picked up the Claudio Castagnoli from his Ring of Honor time back. I believe it would be in the late 2000s. Here he is right here. He has a second head, which is kind of when he first started, I guess, going bald, I should say. It's definitely a younger look here. Now this, he has, you know, the long hair and the sideburns, which I'll bring him up a little closer. So these are the two heads. Kind of getting blurry, but I picked him up, I think, for $35. This robe is pretty sweet. It's hard to explain, but it's kind of like it's cloth, but it has like a plasticky pleather feel to it, and it has this soft scarf with the Swiss logo on there. His attire is pretty cool. There's some red with some leopard print on it. It says Claudio on the side. A lot of these Ring of Honor, they didn't have such intricate, you know, outfits back then, but this is pretty good. I recommend this if you're a collector. I don't know if it's still in Jazwares Vault, but you might want to check it out. This one, I actually probably would give this figure an 8.5. I did, like I said, forget to do the review, but this robe, jacket, whatever, I think it's more of a robe. Yeah, this robe is sweet. The scarf is sweet. I just gave him his younger look with the longer hair. So, hey, it's pretty cool to me. So, like I like to say, like, subscribe, comment, share if you can. Enable notifications on your cellular device for my channel if you want to see more of my videos. And ring the bell for my latest stuff, which I try to post, you know, food reviews, action figure reviews, PlayStation 5 gameplay here and there, and my poor attempt at comedy and little shorts. So, but I have a whole library full of stuff I've been doing the last year or so. So, check it out if you're so inclined. So, remember once again, kids, in this long, winding road of life, all that glitter isn't gold. Don the Bomb. Till the next one.